What's up, guys? Today I'm sitting down with Ashley Wright, who manages two specific agencies. One is for organic TikTok growth for entrepreneurs, and another is for TikTok advertising for ecom brands. Ashley has managed over $750,000 in ad spend over the last 9 months, and today we're going to be talking about TikTok organic strategies, TikTok ad strategies, how to develop TikTok creative, and so much more. So this is definitely a huge one if you're looking to get into TikTok. With that being said, I'm Nikita from aspectagency.com. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Ashley, what's going on? How's it going?
I'm good, Brooke. I'm good. How are you?
Good things, just staying busy.
Best way, right?
Exactly. How's everything on your end looking for Q4? Are you doing any planning right now?
Yeah, well, to be honest, it's an interesting one. Like, obviously, it's long story short, but I'm an idiot that runs basically two agencies, which are always a bit manic. So one side obviously is ads for ecom brands, which we're going to talk about more, and then the other one is helping personal brands obviously scale on TikTok short form content. So for me, it's kind of like shifting that mind frame. So obviously Q4 around the corner. It's obviously all about getting the most for like ecom brands, because obviously, and September now is just like since end of August, September, we're just literally planning, going hard, because TikTok as a platform, as you probably know, is just continuing to grow and get better and better, and the resources are growing as well. So we're doing a lot of heavy lifting now to make it as easy as possible for Q4. So yeah, it's been fun.
Tell me about it. Yeah, we're doing a lot of client planning right now for some of our clients, and pretty much going to be doing that all throughout September and halfway through October to make sure that they have a very juicy Q4. But you mentioned that you do two things. Number one is doing ads for ecom, as well as is it organic content for personal brands?
Yeah, so mainly organic. So obviously we help like best word entrepreneurs, online experts in terms of obviously building out their personal brand. So that's obviously we say it on TikTok, but it's obviously anything short form content. So TikTok, Instagram, Reels, YouTube Shorts, they're the main free ones. So obviously help them. Obviously, we do everything from start to finish. We basically we get the ideas, we then write the script. The client will then obviously record it, then we edit it and then post it. So we do all that heavy lifting and make them obviously go technically as viral and famous as possible on the platform. So yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, man, I can tell you from personal experience. I've tried to edit one of those videos myself, like way back a year ago on like the TikTok platform. Huge pain in the ass. And then I tried to do it in like Final Cut Pro the other day, and it took like, I was like, man, I'm so hyped. I just edited this like video.
I know, right?
I was like 15 seconds long, and it took me like 45 minutes to do it.
That's the thing. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's getting easy because there's obviously like platforms like CapCut and stuff now as well, but it still takes a while, especially like on average it probably takes our editors like an hour to 2 hours in some cuts, because obviously we do the edits and obviously the subtitles, all that stuff as well. So yeah, and keep in mind for each client we're doing a minimum like 25 pieces of content per month. So yeah, it's a lot of heavy lifting, but yeah, it's fun.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed making them. It's just the time.
That's the thing, right? It takes a lot of time. Even myself, I do like build up my own content and stuff. So I enjoy the recording side of things, but editing it with no chance. That's why I'm glad I've got the video editors, pass it over to them, and yeah, it makes your life a lot easier. So
that's the only way to do it. And I mean, that's why people work with you.
Delegate, exactly right.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the ecom side of things. Like, what are you doing there right now? Like, is it full management, or is it just ad account management, or do the creative? What's that?
Yeah, definitely. So I'll start from the beginning, really, because obviously it didn't start off as TikTok, as probably a lot of people the same. So we ran a lot of Facebook marketing to get Facebook ads. I've been running Facebook ads for about 12 years. So running it just to kind of like helping people out. And then I went and worked with some big agencies, worked on accounts like Adidas, Tom's, Reebok, American Airlines. So obviously big clients in terms of being able to do a lot of work and a lot of spend, which was good. And then I thought, you know what, I know what I'm doing, so why not grow my own agency and start doing that? So kind of went full throttle doing it myself, and then started helping brands with Facebook ads, which really worked well. Then fast forward all them years, and then obviously iOS 14 came. Was already running a few bit TikTok before then, but obviously iOS 14 kind of was like the where the switch kind of flipped in terms of like, look, Facebook don't get me wrong, you can still market on Facebook, and I would never say people stop running Facebook, because the audience is still there. It's just the tracking, everything's not there now. But a lot of clients and obviously brands are thinking, okay, well, Facebook's not getting the same results. So where can we put our marketing spend rather than obviously focusing all in one basket? So we started to dabble a little bit in terms of TikTok, spend a little bit here and there. Some clients got great results. Some clients, don't get me wrong, didn't get any results at all. But as time kind of went on, Facebook kind of started going like that in terms of results. TikTok started to pick up, and then we started to move a lot more spend there. And from an outreach perspective, and obviously just bringing on clients, it then became a lot easier because obviously TikTok was that whole new shiny thing. And I'd literally jump on sales calls, and the first part of the conversation would be, oh, we need to run TikTok because iOS 14. That literally was what people were just saying on the call. So it made it such an easy sell. So from like, I'd probably say about 6 months, we've pretty much gone full throttle on just TikTok ads now. We have a few clients we still run a bit of Facebook ads on, but like we don't offer it to anyone else now. If anyone does need that, we kind of will just recommend someone else. And yeah, since then we kind of just been getting great results on the platform. So yeah, onwards and upwards with that.
I mean, that's fantastic. Good to hear that. It seems like a lot of media buyers or a lot of people with ad agencies have like one of two ways. The route that I took was doing the drop shipping route, or the print on demand route and figuring it out myself. Or you work for a big agency and learn all your skill sets there, and then you fly off to make your own agency and grow it from there on. So basically, you did that and started to transition into TikTok mid last year, and then for the entirety of this year, you pretty much only TikTok.
All TikTok now, basically. Need to update the website. The website still says we offer Facebook ads and stuff, but yeah, literally it's all just TikTok. And like from that, so it's TikTok ads we run. We also do user generated content. So we have like a network of about 350 plus content creators that we reach out to now in terms of content. And then we also do the organic side of things as well. So the fact that there's so many different parts of TikTok, we just want to kind of dominate. And we don't obviously work with everyone. Obviously, we want clients who obviously understand that the platform is going forward, and obviously they want to get results on that as well. So we are picky with the clients we work with, but at the same time, yeah, it's doing well at the moment.
Got it. Yeah, absolutely. So for those people in the audience that obviously know about TikTok and but like have not taken that next step of working with an agency or like trying out organic content themselves or trying the ads themselves, like why should they take the platform seriously?
Yeah, it's a good point. I think the main thing is people have got to be kind of open-minded to it. I'd probably say is the first thing, because a lot of people still think even today that the audience is not on it or the people are not buying on the platform. But I think it's because we, as humans in general, we kind of get into that mindset, that mind frame of, because something worked in the past, like Facebook ads, it should be the same on TikTok, but all platforms shouldn't be the same. Like, obviously about email marketing, all platforms should be treated differently, because like, again, I had a call with someone yesterday and they're like, oh, but I heard you need to have like 36 pieces of content a month for the platform. I'm like, yes and no, but even if you did, if you're getting results, would you not want to invest that money into it? So I think that the first kind of step would probably be just shifting your mind and just being open about the actual platform, and obviously just kind of going full, I won't say necessarily going full on it, but just kind of just testing it a little bit, spend a little bit here. But just the main thing, and I'll be honest with like everyone on this call right now, that the main thing is going to be the content. Like audience, you don't need to worry about messing with like lookalike audience, this and that. You can keep your audience broad. You have to get the content right. That is what makes or breaks in terms of getting results on the platform. So I'd say the main thing would be focusing on doubling down on that, and then you can basically make it work. Like I see people like I speak to do drop shipping. I see people do like say brands and stuff, and once they get it to work, it just goes like that. That's how it works. It'll be like for a long time, but then as soon as something clicks, it just catapults off. And you see people like on Twitter, or you see in like groups and stuff like that, people are doing like 30K, 60K a day on just like drop shipping on TikTok, and that's from an organic perspective. So the fact that it does work for brands, you just need to make it work for your brand. And there's no rule of thumb for that in terms of like you need to do X, Y, Z to make it work. You need to think, okay, what's true to you as your brand, and how can you kind of get in front of the audience? Because at the end of the day, marketing's simple, right? You have a good offer, you have a good landing page, you need traffic, okay? So traffic's on the platform, so it's how do you get in front of that traffic? Good content. If you have good content, people click through. If the offer's good, the landing page is good, convert. I think we just confuse it too much in terms of like thinking that it needs to be like a secret marketing hack or secret marketing trick, but it doesn't really need to be that difficult. You need to get the basics right and just do it over and over, really.
Yeah, I'd say the natural human tendency is to just overcomplicate things. I know I tend to do it.
Yeah, we all do.
Like I know, like the way I've been working for the last couple of years is like I was in Facebook ads and email. Like I've been doing this for like 5 years, but over the last 6 to 12 months, that's when we really went hard into email and started to transition into an email only agency.
Yeah.
So I know this the trials and tribulations of post iOS 14 Facebook.
Yeah.
And what most people don't realize when they work with a TikTok agency or they start doing TikToks, it's essentially the same thing as a Facebook ad, except for it's all creative. And obviously there's a little bit more effort on the video editing and whatnot side to get a good piece of content to go viral or get a good piece of content that actually converts. But it goes back to the main principles of like your text, your headline, and the image. But here it's in video form. So it's like the hook,
Exactly.
the next 3 seconds, and then the offer. So it's like, okay, I need 50 pieces of content a month for TikTok. Well, not really. You can have 5 unique pieces of content.
Yeah.
Each of them have 10 different hooks, or each of them have 5 different hooks, 2 different, info, and 3 different call to action. So you can manipulate that as long as you have the influencer say
Exactly.
all those lines. You can test around and see what works, what doesn't, look at the click-through rates, etc.
Yeah, spot on. And I think you mentioned there as well in terms of that, because I think even, like I say, I don't remember much Facebook now, but even Facebook is going more towards that, is again focusing on the content as well, because especially with like the reducing the audiences and stuff like that in terms of like that. So again, there is a more heavy weight in terms of on the actual creative again, because it's the same thing. Obviously you have your content, but you have a bit more text and obviously headline but stuff like that as well still. But I think that's where the platforms that are like that. And again, if you think like even Google Ads, for example, PMAX shopping, that's kind of the main thing. Again, you want your image, you want your headline. It's all the same. It's just on different platforms at the end of the day. So it's just got to play to the rules.
Yeah, exactly. Keeping the content native is one of the most important things because
100%.
like I remember before we offboarded our last Facebook ad client, it was purely like creative. Like we had to pump out like 10 pieces of different creative
Yeah.
a week just to keep on rolling. Otherwise we just didn't have new creative because it would burn out so quickly because
Yeah,
that's just the nature of Facebook.
that's how it
Now,
goes.
now I'd say like what's like a good thing that people that want to start doing TikTok, like what's like the number one thing that you'd want them like I guess what's the first step here? Like is it like an action plan or is it like a content strategy or like work on their branding? What would you say
Yeah,
is like
good question. I think it would depend because obviously all brands are going to be different in terms of whether they want to. Personally, I think you need to have the organic side and the ad side at the end of the day. And the reason why I say this is because when you run an ad, well, it's similar on other platform, but when you run an ad, for example, uh, not someone's not necessarily going to buy straight away. We always say like it takes over 3, 7, or whatever amount of time for someone to actually believe and trust in the brand. So the fact that if you have an ad running and then they click to your profile, if your profile's empty or not got any content that's been recently updated, they're not going to trust you. And let's be realistic in terms of brands online, that there's going to be a competitor. So, for example, if they don't trust you, they can go to someone else, for example. So that's why I think you need to have an organic strategy, which we'll probably touch on in a bit, and an ad side of things. So, and the great thing is with the platform, you don't need to spend a lot to get data in terms from ad side, right? So yes, you might have to pay content creators and stuff like that, but that's all data because at the same time, you are giving the platform more, you let the algorithm learn stuff like that. So you might not get results straight away in terms of getting quote unquote sales, but you feed in that pixel, you feed in the data, you're getting more from that. So you know, okay, this hook's working because we see people are watching the whole video, or this is not working. And you make tweaks from that. I think the issue is a lot of people are too quick to if it's not working, it's done basically. It's the platform. People are quick to blame the platforms rather than obviously the creative stuff like that. So I would always say first things first is definitely start to work on the organic side of things because any brand can easily do that, whether it's like say you're hiring content creators or if you have even people in-house, because what a lot of people like to see nowadays is behind the scenes. That's kind of what we live for, like whether it's like you think on TV, reality TV, people like to watch that stuff because like behind the scene and stuff like that. So that's what kind of people want to do. So let's just say, for example, you're tell me what I've got around me. Your water bottle brand, for example. Okay, people would like to see in terms of you making the bottle, you testing the bottle out, stuff like that. That's what people go on the platform to scroll through. They're scrolling through. They don't want to be sold to, and that's a big thing when we audit a lot of accounts from the organic side of things as well. People trying to sell. People, every post is trying to sell, 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 sell. You don't pick up your phone on TikTok to be sold to. You want to go on there just to consume content. So I think the first thing I would say is make content for people to consume. That'd be the main thing. And what you'll have is, because if people know or don't know, you have free pin posts that you can post on TikTok for organic. You want basically them free to be kind of like your sales pitch in terms of that. So you want to have free content that will sell. So one could be like selling your top seller, one could be like an FAQ, and one can be like, I don't know, shipping returns, something like that. They'll do the selling for you. The rest of your content should just be consuming stuff. So whether you want to try and like stuff for trends, trying to make stuff go viral and just stuff that's short and sweet. There was a brand, I forgot what name it was. There was a brand the other day that I saw. It's literally this product that basically it helps like your back in terms of tracking and stuff like that. They literally just have, I think they've got like a million followers, and their video is literally 10 seconds long. Someone on the product like leaning back, and then it's like a sound effect. So like it's like if a guy going, oh, weird noise, or like something like that. And that's they get so many views because that's what people want to go on the platform for. But I guarantee you they're probably making so many sales right now because people are seeing that, watching more of their content, and then they're clicking through because people want to consume more content, and then obviously then they'll go and buy it. It's just being smart. Don't try and go for the sale straight away because it's the platform that people not want to be sold to. Consume, build that brand, build that awareness, and then obviously, as like to say, then you ask for that kind of sale afterwards.
Yeah, I think that goes for a lot of the content channels here. Like, yeah, you can sell, but it's not going to be like there's not a lot of longevity in there.
Definitely not.
And I'm sure that back cracking one has definitely hit the the ASMR part of TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's they're hitting that niche. But the thing is, you can resell, like, since you got that pixel installed, you can retarget people based off of who visited your profile easily. So you can just have evergreen content or engagement content on the actual, like, on the For You page, but then retarget them via the actual ad later down the road. Literally, and people, I'd say, like, brands overestimate how much they have to spend on the actual content creation. Like, I know, like, one of the clients that we're working with right now, they're killing it by just spending like 2 hours or 3 hours, like a week, maybe even like a month, just recording like all the short form content with the actual like CEO of like her testing out different things or her like a day in the life, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And they basically roll it out over the next month and it does well. And then they also retarget with TikTok. So
and I think you hit the nail on the head there perfectly as well, because that's what we're doing a lot more now. Again, going into that Q4, we're building up the audience. So again, we're building up them video views. So if we're getting like, let's say 100,000 views like each week or sample, that's 400,000 views that we can then retarget. When it comes to Black Friday, we've already got that audience, because even though TikTok's cheap at the moment, CPM is still going to be higher on the platform. Let's not get it twisted. So when Black Friday comes, Cyber Monday comes, stuff like that, we can just we can focus on the audience who watch the video. They already know about the brand. They've got some rapport with the brand already. So we can target them rather than going for cold and trying to get people to convert. So again, it's just literally just being smart. And like you said, it honestly doesn't take long to record video. You can literally spend a whole afternoon and just literally get a piece of content for each day to kind of post. And it's done. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't take that, like, that's another cool thing. It's just like low barrier to entry. All you have to do is just be genuine, talk about what you're good at, talk about why the product's good, and that's it. And then it'll either sell itself or you can retarget them on the back burner.
So it's simple. You got a mobile phone, you don't need a ring light. That's literally it. And the fact is, if the video doesn't work, it doesn't matter. It's data. Okay, we'll do more of this. If video does work, we'll do more of that. So you win either way, really.
Exactly. Now, I guess if we were to summarize everything here, like, what would be like the three big things, like the three highest leverage actions that an e-com brand, or maybe even like a personal brand, whichever one you want to attack, should be doing to succeed on TikTok and scale?
Yeah, good question. So, and if I go on a tangent, let me know. But yeah, I'll say
all yours.
In terms of let's stick with brands, I would say just I'm going to talk organic and talk ads. Let's organic to begin with. So realistically, consistency. And this is whether you're doing a personal brand or whether you're doing an e-com store, just be consistent on the platform. The amount of accounts I look at, they'll have, like, we're in obviously September now, it's September the 8th today. I look at some accounts and they haven't posted anything in like 3 months, or they haven't posted things in like 6 months. Be consistent on the account. I'd say just turn up every day and just post something. It don't need to be long, like we said. It don't take long to edit or tweak or create something. You can literally jump on and do that, because you'll be rewarded. If you do it now, you'll be rewarded long term, because the fact that the platform, how it kind of works is I can post something today and it can still get shown 7 days later, 10 days later to new audiences. So that's one thing. Also on the platform, search is going to become a thing. I do believe personally, whether it's SEO or search, in terms of when you type in on TikTok, you start to type in keywords, it suggests it for you. So again, if let's say you're a beauty brand and you're doing like makeup tips and tricks, for example, like that. If you're doing stuff along the lines of that, when people start to search for that, if you put that hard work in already and people start to search for that, they find you, they click on that, they consume all your content. You're literally just, it's like a wheel basically. you basically just, the more content you keep pouring in, the more chance you're going to get found on the platform. So it literally is a numbers game. So I'll say that's probably the first thing to do in terms of an organic perspective. From the ad side of things, ads obviously is going to be more fuel to the fire at the end of the day. So if you want to get the sales, because like maybe on a tight budget, focus on ads. But the fact is, straight away, and I'll be honest with you, you might not see positive results for 30 days, 60 days, but stick at it because the platforms continue to get better. The attribution window is just extended, I think 2-3 months ago and stuff like that. So put that work in. Yes, it will cost you now, but even if you don't get sales, that is traffic. It's that traffic, like say, you can then retarget on whether it's Facebook, Google ads. If you've gotten to your list on email, that is all people into your brand's ecosystem. So even if you're spending $50 a day, $100 a day, you might think then of, oh, I spent $3K on ads and not got much to show from it because I've just broke even. Think long term, because you've built up that equity on the platform. You've got data, you've got traffic that you can retarget later on. So I'd say that's probably the best thing to kind of do from an ads perspective and organic perspective. So that's the first one, right? I'm just having touch on one there. So that's one thing.
That's
and then I'll probably say realistically with the organic side as well, just be what's the best way to put it? Don't try and force it. It's probably the best way to put it. Just literally, like I say, just record stuff and just see if it works. Obviously, you can see what other brands are doing and you can take ideas and tips from it, but just be true to the brand. Don't try and focus on what other brands are doing because you think they get a lot of views. Because as well, you've got to remember, some of the numbers could be skewed. So if you are looking at other brands, this is what you need to realize as well. If they're using them videos as ads in the platform, obviously the views are still going to show as well. So just you see a video that's got a lot of views doesn't necessarily mean that's all organic. So you might see that and think, oh, this is doing really well. It's obviously gone viral, quote unquote. That doesn't necessarily mean that. So be true to your brand, see what works for you as a brand, because there's so many different ideas that you can take from different brands. Again, another example, there was a candy store brand. They literally just do behind the scenes stuff in terms of like making ice cream and stuff like that. And it works for them. So it's just all about being true to you as a brand. And that's probably the best way to put it. So yeah, that's the top 3 things I'll say.
Yeah, a lot to uncover, but there's definitely a lot of actionable steps. Like I'd say the biggest one is just long term. Like content is always going to be a long term play, but the thing is, when it hits, and you have so much. Like if you were to think about it as a consumer yourself, when you go to buy something, like how many times have you seen that specific item or that specific brand either show up on your Instagram feed, your TikTok feed, your Facebook ads, even in your email inbox, or even billboards outside? Like how many times have you seen that product before you bought? And that's the same thing with content. They see a TikTok or they see a reel that's that they really like, and they're like, oh, that's interesting. Like I was binging like power washing reels the other day because I was like, oh, this is sick.
That's the thing, right? That's the thing. And like I try not to binge too much next. If not, I wouldn't get any work done. But you can learn so much on the platform. That's what people go on a platform for. I find myself now, I used to, well, I still do, I go on YouTube to find like how to, let's say, cut an onion, for example. But now I'm finding it easy to go to TikTok and type it in, for example. And that's what's going to happen going forward. And the fact is as well, the organic reach might not be there forever at the end of the day. Let's be realistic. Every platform comes out. Instagram's the same, had great reach. TikTok's now as well. So if you want to do it now, because you can start to build a following on the platform, get a lot of views. But who's to say in 12 months time, 18 months time, that changes? Because at the end of the day, these platforms, they've got goals to hit. So if TikTok know they need to be making more revenue, basically, they're going to focus more on the ad side of things. So if you need more ads, you've only got a certain amount of real estate on the actual platform. So if more ads start to come in, guess what happens? Organic reach starts to drop. So I would say for anyone, like if you're not on the platform, you need to be doing it now, because you look back in 12 months time, 24 months time and think, oh, why did I not do it? So yeah, it's definitely long term.
Trust me, man. I was the same way with Twitter. I was like, I knew about it 12
months ago. Same. Like, yeah, that's a different story. I've been on Twitter since 2009. I mean, I wish I took it serious back then.
Yeah, exactly. But look, Ashley, it was a pleasure talking with you. If anyone wants to work with you, or if anyone wants to find out more info, where can they find you?
Yeah, the best thing, actually saying that, probably Twitter's probably the best thing, so you can find out more information on that. So it's literally Ashley_Wright. I'm on other platforms like YouTube, TikTok as well, but Twitter is where I kind of hang out the most. And obviously you can see some threads on there in terms of getting some more information, stuff like that. So that's probably the best place. Awesome.
Yeah, hit this guy up if you need any organic reach for your personal brand or for any advertising for your ecom brand.
Anything TikTok, basically.
Exactly.
We got you sorted.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Ashley, and have a good rest of your day.
Pleasure. Speak soon.
See ya. Thanks again for watching, and if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so that you're caught up on all the latest email and marketing training. If you liked the video, hit the like button and drop a comment on what your favorite part of the video was. And if you're a D2C or an e-commerce brand with an email list of at least 10,000 subscribers, make sure to click the link below the video and book a call with me and my team. We work with all kinds of e-com and D2C brands and help them scale their email revenue by at least 30% month over month. So click the link below, we'll hop on a call, look over your account, compile a strategy, and create a plan of action on how to raise your email revenue. After the call, you'll have the option to use the strategy yourself with your own team, or you can choose to work with us. All up to you. It's completely free, no obligation, so click the link below, book in the call, and if you have a list size smaller than 10,000, keep watching the videos and you'll get a lot of value and learn how to increase your list size as well as generate more revenue from email for your store. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.